How's it going, everyone? We've got the PlayStation Big Games Big Deal sale running right now, and we're going to be highlighting some deals under the price of $10. We got 15 games to go over. As you guys know, this is barely scratching the surface. There's a lot of stuff on sale, so with that being said, let's just get right into it and kick things off with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, 70% off for $8.99. I know I am very critical of Assassin's Creed these days, and whenever you guys hear me talk about Assassin's Creed, it's usually me having a meltdown over the newer Assassin's Creed games, but Assassin's Creed Pre-Origins, that was legitimately one of my favorite franchises in all of gaming. I just love these games, and I think Syndicate was criminally underrated. Now, if you actually contextualize Syndicate's release, you understand why a lot of people decided to skip out on it. It came out in 2015, the year after Unity, which Unity, at this point, in retrospect, is seen as a good game, but you guys remember, that game from a performance standpoint was a disaster, technical nightmare, and on top of that, by the time Syndicate came out, it was 2015, you're talking yearly Assassin's Creed games for what? At that point, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, it would have been the 7th straight Assassin's Creed game, which is, let's be honest, a little bit overkill, but I ended up really liking Syndicate, and I thought the open world was really well done. Loved the historical aspects to it. Thought the characters were quite likable. The main characters in Jacob and Evie, thought they were engaging as characters, and overall just a really, really enjoyable game. Definitely would recommend it for $8.99, and it runs at 60 frames per second on PlayStation 5. Great stuff there, so $8.99 on that, great deal there. Next up, Stardew Valley, 50% off for $7.49. Not really my cup of tea as far as this style of game, the farming sims, go, but obviously an immense amount of replayability and a lot of content. You've inherited your grandfather's old farm plot in Stardew Valley. Armed with hand-me-down tools and a few coins, you set out to begin your new life. Can you learn to live off the land and turn these overgrown fields into a thriving home? It won't be easy. Ever since Joja Corporation came to town, the old ways of life have all but disappeared. The community center, once the town's most vibrant hub of activity, now lies in shambles, but the valley seems full of opportunity. With a little dedication, you might just become the one to restore Stardew Valley to greatness. A game that's been consistently updated, and for $7.49, as far as how much content you're gonna get and how much replayability, value-wise, it's definitely gonna be a solid shout. Speaking of value, it might not get better value than the Mass Effect Legendary Edition for $5.99. If you're one of the 4 people that have yet to play the Mass Effect trilogy, come on, remedy that ASAP. The Mass Effect games are some of the best games of all time, and you go back to when BioWare wasn't completely washed. It's so insane to me that Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3, all 3 of those games came out in the span of 5 years. Oh, and by the way, in the period that these Mass Effect games were coming out, BioWare at the same time was putting out Dragon Age Origins. You look at the output of a BioWare, and then you look at Veilguard being in development for like 5 to 7 years. The entire period of time that the entire Mass Effect trilogy and Dragon Age 1 and 2 came out, it's just insanity to me. It is crazy, but Mass Effect is a great trilogy of games. Yes, Mass Effect 1 will show its age, but Mass Effect 2 and 3 are still outstanding games. Mass Effect 2, legitimately one of the greatest video games of all time, and Mass Effect 3 is really good as well. I know people are down on the ending, and that's why an ending is so important. You know, you can put out as good of a game as possible, but that lasting impression is so important. With Mass Effect 3, it was a bit of a downer. So, $5.99 for the Legendary Edition, though. Outstanding deal, and again, back at a time when BioWare wasn't completely washed. Next up, we got Dying Light, the following Enhanced Edition, 70% off for $8.99. A great open-world action survival horror game. Visuals are solid. I've talked up Dying Light quite a bit. Dying Light 1, definitely the better game over Dying Light 2. I like Dying Light 2 as well, but Dying Light 1, just a really, really well-done game. Performance is great, good content, good story as well, and was a big fan of the platforming and parkour to the game. I thought that added a nice layer versus, you know, a lot of the other zombie titles that come out. I mean, this is kind of a overdone genre, not overdone, but you need to do something that differentiates yourself, and I thought Dying Light from a traversal standpoint offered another layer, and the following Enhanced Edition here for $8.99, good deal here for sure. Next up, we got Alien Isolation, the collection, an atmospheric horror game, really, really well done, and reportedly does have a sequel in development as well. The collection will get you the DLC content as well. Incredible incredibly engaging, incredibly engrossing psychological horror game, and for $7.99, definitely think that's a good shout. Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter World, $9.99 a pop if you don't want to spend the $70 on Monster Hunter Wilds, but you want to get, you know, a feel for what Monster Hunter has to offer. These are still great games. Monster Hunter World is a legit great game, and Rise, while, you know, it was initially a Nintendo Switch title, so keep your expectations in line, it's still a really, really solid monster hunting action title. $9.99 a pop for both of those, I think is a great pickup, so if you want to check out Monster Hunter on the cheap, those are good options. Final Fantasy X 10-2 HD Remaster, 60% off for $9.99. Loved Final Fantasy X, thought it was a great game, and I'm gonna be real with you guys, I said this before, I don't hate 10-2 as much as everybody else. Now, the $9.99 you're paying just for Final Fantasy X, that's easily worth it. Look at 10-2 as kind of an extra add-on, and if you want more of the characters, particularly Yuna, and you want to delve into that, by all means play through it. I just don't think it's this abomination that some people make it out to be. I thought it was a fine extension. FF10 is goated though. A lot of people consider it the best Final Fantasy game of all time. I wouldn't go that far, but it's certainly in the mix. And I don't even know what I would rank the best Final Fantasy game of all time. As you guys know, like, I loved Final Fantasy 13, and that would have me get taken to the gallows by a lot of people. So, take it for what you will. FF10 is great, though. It's just not my opinion with FF10. It's a lot of people's opinion. FF10 is great. Yakuza Like a Dragon, 50% off for $9.99. Now, Final Fantasy, obviously well known for its turn-based combat system. All these people coming out here and saying that we need more turn-based games. Have y'all given Yakuza Like a Dragon a shot? Because Yakuza Like a Dragon is one of the best turn-based JRPGs that you're gonna come across. Not necessarily JRPG in the sense that it has that anime aesthetic, but it is a Japanese developed title, and it's a turn-based game, and it's got so much flash, so much style, so much substance to it that for those people fiending for turn-based games, if you have not played Yakuza Like a Dragon, honestly, your opinion should be thrown out the window if you say that the gaming world needs more turn-based games. Like, go play Yakuza Like a Dragon. You don't need to play Yakuza 0. You don't need to play Yakuza 1 through 6. You can jump into Just Like a Dragon, and you can have a great time. It stars a new main character in Ichiban. It is fantastic. The story is outstanding. There's a lot of content. Again, given that the topic of more turn-based games in gaming has been brought up so many times, I know that there's a ton of people out there that haven't played Yakuza Like a Dragon that are making those, oh my god, we need more turn-based games. Go play Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's fantastic, and even if you just want to get into the RGG games, Yakuza Like a Dragon is a good one because it's still got that style that RGG is known for, but at the same time, in that turn-based format, you've got a lot of content. You've got one of the best stories they've ever told in Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's an outstanding game, and for $9.99, a great, great pickup. Castle Crashers Remastered is 60% off for $5.99. Would like this to be a little bit cheaper, like the $2.99 range is ideal, but man, we're talking about a couple dollars here. Castle Crashers is an all-time great game. To me, an all-time iconic game in the sense of it being a co-op title that is just so replayable and so enjoyable. It is exactly that. Castle Crashers offers a lot of fun and a lot of replayability, and it's one of those games that is just a feel-good kind of game. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but is there a lot of fun to be had? Is there a lot of quirkiness to the game? Absolutely, and for $6, a great, great pickup. Next up, we got Control Ultimate Edition, 80% off for $7.99. I do think that this is quite possibly Remedy's best game, and I liked Control better than Alan Wake 2, which I know some people will find that to be absolutely appalling of an opinion, but I loved Control. I thought it was a great game. Yes, narratively, it's a little bit out there, but that's Remedy to a T, really, when you talk about Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2 as well, and Quantum Break even, but, yeah, Control is awesome. The Ultimate Edition gets you the DLC, and it looks great on PS5, plays great on there as well. $7.99, great price there. Next up, we got Okami, 50% off for $9.99. If you look up the top PS2 games of all time, Final Fantasy X will absolutely be in the mix, by the way, for the top PS2 games, but when you talk about that top 3, FF10 might be in there. I feel like I always see Okami in there. Okami, Shadow of the Colossus, maybe Metal Gear Solid 3. Those are the 3 that, when I think PS2, those are the 3 games that stand out to me the most, but Okami is fantastic. Incredible art style, incredible presentation, the gameplay is great, and just so much. You can tell that, you know, a lot of people talk about passion in gaming. It's been a big talking point about Expedition 33, that there's so much passion, it feels like. Okami is the same thing in the sense that you can feel that passion in its pores of it just feeling like a game that they put so much love into and so much care into. It's a beautiful game, and for $9.99, it's great. great. Can't wait for Okami 2, and certainly I feel like there are going to be so many replays of Okami being done over the course of the, let's say, next half decade as Okami 2 is in development. But if you never played Okami 1, I mean, you're in for a great gaming experience. But with Okami 2 now in development as well, yeah, absolutely. And I remember when that Okami 2 reveal trailer dropped at the Game Awards. It was so brief, but literal. It takes a lot for me to have goosebumps when there's a game reveal. Okami 2 actually gave me goosebumps because it was something so out of left field that I was not expecting it, but just a tremendous reveal. Can't wait for that, even if it's a half decade old, half decade away, I should say, based on, you know, game development timelines and things of that ilk. But yeah, Okami for $9.99, great deal there. Rise of the Tomb Raider is $5.99. It's Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. It's even better than Tomb Raider 2013, considerably better than Tomb Raider 2013, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, just a great game. Hopefully we get an update about that new Tomb Raider game here in the near future. Biomutant is 75% off for $9.99. There were a lot of people that were really excited for Biomutant as it was coming out, done by a new studio in Experiment 101, made by developers that worked on Just Cause, and a new vibrant open world post-apocalyptic game. Just had so much flair and style to it. Unfortunately, there were a lot of issues. The narration in this game is absolutely an atrocity. I don't know who greenlit the narration in this game. It is so bad. I cannot quantify how bad it is, but it's terrible. But there is some fun gameplay to be had, and the world is gorgeous. I would say that this is a really good podcast game. You know, we've been talking up those games that are great to play during podcasts. You can mentally check out of the story in Biomutant, and you can enjoy the world and the content for $9.99. Don't think it's too bad of a podcast game. And another really solid podcast game, I would say, Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. $7.99 for this, I think, is really good. Stylish action gameplay. Story didn't really do anything for me, but it's a fun game overall, and for $8, I think you can have some fun with it, so definitely would recommend that as well. But that'll do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals under the price of $10. Check them out for yourself. As always, links to all of these will be in the description box below. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.